telling you what, that man, that wonderful man, it is a miracle that he stayed married to me. 20 years of burying him, and my girls were 9 when I got set free, in rules, always making them feel as if they were just coming up a little bit short all the time. Because that's how I felt like God was treating me. He wasn't, but I was believing a lie about him. See? And so that morning, that happened. The next morning I got up, and then I started living in peace. I started, like before that, I was really frantic about just about everything that went wrong. I mean, I would throw fits. Oh my goodness, did I have an anger issue. And it was really, I was angry at myself for not being perfect. That was mainly what was happening. I did sometimes take it out on my family, but mostly it was me. But I mean, my husband just endured watching me throw fit after fit after fit. And he's like this laid back type, right? Like laid back, loves peace. So he would just get up and leave the room, you know. And of course that would make me madder. Because you want somebody to be there when you're throwing a fit, right? Have you ever noticed if you have toddlers that if you leave the room they stop throwing the fit? So, but I began now to respond to life in peace. Like I didn't feel frustrated and anxious about things. And I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? But I didn't tell my family for like a month. I just kept going, I just kept receiving from God and just living in his love. And then after about a month, I thought, I've got to tell my family or they're going to think I'm nuts, because I mean, they were used to me being way different. But I told them, and I was in tears, I said, God's done something in me, and I'm changed. And I apologized to my family for all the years that I buried them under the rules. And I mean, I dedicated my book to them, and I just asked them to forgive me. I said, can you please let us start all over again? And they did. They did. And this was in 2012. And that began my grace journey. What I call my grace journey, because it is a journey. It is a process. We're always learning. We're always growing in grace. We don't know it all, We just know what we know. And I'm telling you, this journey has made me fall in love with Jesus like nothing I have ever had happen to me before. I mean, at that time, I became a writer, okay? I mean, I believe God maybe gave me a gift that day to write. I don't know. I guess that's what happened, because I'd never written before that. And after I had lived in peace for like 6 months, my husband kept watching me. About 6 months later, he said, you need to write a book. But I didn't jump. Now before, the way I would live my life is I would override the Holy Spirit all the time. Because if it wasn't like according to my plan, then I mean, I was living out of here. I wasn't living by the leading of the Holy Spirit. Now I do, though. Oh my gosh, it's the greatest adventure. The greatest adventure I have ever been led by the Holy Spirit. So when my husband said that, before, the way I lived before the pre-grace revelation, Sandra, I would have been like, yeah, I'm going to write a book, woohoo! But now I was like, okay, I'm going to go to prayer about this. I'm going to ask God, do you want me to write a book? I don't want to just do my thing anymore. I want to do your thing, okay? Grace changes your heart. Grace is a heart changer, okay? And so I did. I went to prayer, and I prayed for about a month, and I just really felt like the Lord spoke to me and spoke to my heart and said, write a book and have it ready. So I did. And I mean, I really thought I was just going to write my book just to leave my story for my girls to have, so they know how changed I was. And, I really just thought that's what I was going to do. But it ended up, God connected me to my publisher, and he's done so much more with it, and I still get testimonies. I am telling you, almost on a daily basis. And this came out in 2015. Now, why haven't I written another book yet? Because the Holy Spirit hasn't led me to yet. Now, I do believe I will start my next book this summer. I'm pretty sure. But I love it that, a lot of times authors would be like, okay, I wrote one book, now I need to write another one. I don't want to live like that anymore. If the Holy Spirit doesn't say do it, I'm not doing it. But I'll tell you what, he keeps using this one, and I just thank him. Anytime somebody reads this, somebody gave a comment on Facebook this morning, and it just had me in tears, because she's getting this revelation.